So, we still have a lot of 2x4s from the last project I showed you guys, and we have nothing to do with them. My brother was going to make something, but he ended up not doing it, and now it's becoming an eyesore. So, my girlfriend's been asking, I've had many conversations with my girlfriend, and she has said that she likes circular coffee tables, and you know what, I don't know if this will work out, but I'm going to go ahead and take the initiative of making her a coffee table. A coffee table. But we got to figure it out. So, drawing board first. Alright, so this took me way longer than it needed to, but here we go. Since I don't have a program to do this type of stuff, I had to break this circle up into these measurements. But overall, we have 48 inches, 48 inch diameter, you know. It looks like I'm gonna need at least 12 pieces of wood. And with our longest length being 48 inches. I thought I only needed 2, but it doesn't seem to change that much at its peak. So I'm gonna need 4 48-inch ones. Then I'm gonna need 2 46, 2 42s, 2 36, and 2 26. Let's see how it comes out. We'll see what we need, and then we'll go from here. Once again, here's our pile. I knocked it down just to clear off that table. My bench, and here we have our saw. So we're gonna go ahead and just get started because I'm eager to start on this. Long pieces that I have that are really long, but those are the only longest pieces. I think these are smaller, and these are the next largest pieces, and these are only, alright, and these only measure out to be not even 44 inches. So we have to do something about that. And then I think I could do the 36s with those, and then the 24s with these over here. I gotta do some weird math, but I'll figure it out. Looky here. Look at what I found. Oh wait, no, this is a big junky boy. But I found 2 more here. I think I'll use those and get what I need. I'm stupid high energy right now, even though I seem like, maybe I'm mellow, I'm not sure. But I gotta find a pencil. Alright, back. Gonna go ahead and mark this at 48. Alright, I have the set. Cover your ears. Alright, so we have our excuse me. Okay, so we have our 4 48 inchers. I have to figure out where to get 2 46 inchers, but let's move on to 36, and then, yeah, we'll figure that out. Alright, so I went ahead and got these that I had over there, and these look like they're pretty much at 26 inches. I think they're off by like a teensy little bit. Yeah, it looks like they're off by just like a 1/4 of an inch. We can fix that. Alright, looks like this one right here is going to give us a good 42 inches, so go ahead and do that and see if I can find some other good candidate for that as well. I think at the end we can make it all come together and make it look like one cohesive piece, and it won't stand out hopefully that much. Hopefully. Okay. Whew, okay, that was a lot of work, and I don't know if I'm happy with it, but here are our pieces. 4 48 inchers, 2 46, 2 42s, 2 36, and 2 26. And this is going to be like our half circle, and then it's going to continue that way. And then I have to just kind of shave it off. Easier said than done. We'll see how long this takes. Alright, I only really went off like what I had in my research, my very quick research, but this looks pretty big. I mean, I think if I put myself next to it, if I laid next to it, this would be, I could probably fit most of this in my body. My body in most of this. I don't know, man. I don't know if I should make this smaller. I think I'm gonna go through with it and make this ginormous table. I think that's it for today. Sun setting, see the nice shadows. And we'll have to come back to this later. We're at the beginning of a new day, and it really feels like fall. Or at least it's very windy, and I love windy weather. So, just finished unclamping this bit. Made a little makeshift clamp? I don't know, because that just isn't wide enough. So I had to put 2 boards on each side because it was kind of warped, but it looks very flat now. I think I did great. Now I gotta figure out what to do with the rest of these boards, because I just don't have enough equipment to make this work, but I have to make it work. We're gonna make it work. Can I say, could I get some credit for actually putting on my apron today? Because most of the time I don't, and I fuck up my clothes, and it's not like I wear like work clothes. I wear like clothes that I like, and so I end up fucking up a lot of my clothes. I should probably wear some safety goggles too, because I don't want to ruin these, but one step at a time. But yeah, I have a few things planned today, but I think as far as this build is concerned, I want to glue all the parts that I can, since it takes a while for things to glue and I only have so many clamps. I'm working on a little animation, so I'm making a video of that. So working on that the rest of today, but if I can get all these pieces connected by the end of today, then that will be a success for today in my book. Alright, got the gloves on. I got my 26 and 36, and we're going to glue those together. Let's see how that turns out. Right, I forgot I first need to use this thing to flatten out the ends, because these are kind of warped. I'm going to try to see if I could use this and actually make it work. I did it for those, but this isn't that great. I could be better at figuring out how to adjust it, but let's see if we can do it today like we did it the other day. Alright, so my technique is terrible with this. What can I say? I love the little shavings that it makes. So fun. I want to use these for tinder, so I can use it for fire. I think I finally got it so these two could actually be flat and I can glue them together. Went to my local hardware store and picked up some Gorilla wood glue. This should do the job. I have my gloves on, so that means, unlike using my hand, I can use it to rub this all over. And I was using my fingers to do this last time and it was stupid, which is why I'm using gloves today. Alright, so while that's gluing, we're gonna go ahead and connect these 2 end pieces that need to connect like that because they were too short. So I'm running short on memory for my card, so it's probably gonna die in a second. So by the time I come back, these should be glued, and so should those. Alright, beginning of a new day. I know, this project just keeps on going and I keep missing footage. So what happened this time was, you know how I was saying that I was working on like 3 other videos? I'm limited on memory capacity, so my camera ran out of memory. And I spent all day trying to edit videos, get rid of some of the footage, compile it, compress it, and all that stuff, and I still don't have enough memory. So I missed everything that I did yesterday, but I can show you the results of my labors. So this needs to go right here. We have that clamped up. I just took off that clamp. Over here I have this little rope system that I have where I'm tying these 4 together, and then that one's done. So I need to put all these together. I realized by the way, that I'm missing 246 inch 2x4s that I'm certain I accounted for. But my family and stuff are always building something here, and I have this pile of wood over here, and I think it somehow got lost, or they used it, and now it's not here anymore. So I'm not accounting for that, and I'm taking off 8 inches, so this is becoming a 40-inch diameter table. And after seeing what a 40-inch diameter circle would be, that's probably a good choice, because 48 would be huge. 40 is already huge as it is. 48 would be huger. So blessing in disguise. I still have to figure out how this all works. We'll work off of that, and so we have a table by the end of this. Ugh. Ta-da! Let's go ahead and tie this too. And I think this is how I'm gonna have to tie everything together, because I don't have a clamp that can clamp 40 inches worth of stuff. So I'm gonna have to tie these 3 ropes probably around everything and really keep it tight, and somehow figure out a way to keep it straight. And I think I might just have to do that by laying it on the ground. Let's see if that works. Alright, let's add this last bit on and then see how this goes. Alright, I took some jimmy rigging, but I had this gluing and I had a clamp on this side, but then I had to really tackle on a problem, which was this dealer right here. This monstrosity here. Found an extra clamp that I needed, and that really made everything happen because it was really warping right here and it was sticking out a lot. Now, it's only sticking out a little bit. Tied some mecates, some ropes. Clamp, 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 clamp. Board to flatten it out, board to flatten it out. Looks like it's working, and we're gonna leave this all day probably and come back tomorrow. The hardest part about making this particular table in this video has been the waiting and finding time to work on it, because when I'm not working on the other videos or working at work or working at something else, that stuff is gluing and it needs like 24 hours for it to bond all the way. So I have a long way to go and I'm excited. Alright, so beginning of the 5th, 6th, 7th day, I'm not sure, but it's been like a whole 2 weeks for me. But it's been raining. I finally can get around to working on this. So the rain almost helped. This thing got soaked, but now I think it almost helped because it kind of warped it into place. Now it's like straighter than it was before, and I kept the clamps on and stuff. So all we need to do is remove the clamps. I started making a circle. I pinned it to the middle and then just made a circle all the way around, but I kept hitting the stuff like the ropes and stuff, so I need to get to it. Start chopping away at this thing and finally get somewhere. So I ended up buying 2 clamps for this project, which weren't that expensive, and they were on sale too, so that was nice. But now I have 2 more clamps, so that's cool. Oh goodness, look at this. Nothing's holding this, but it kind of fused to the wood. There we go. But yeah, let's take a look at this. So this is like an indentation that the clamp left, but luckily not too bad. We're gonna sand this smooth, and well, that'll help us out. Okay, and so with our trusty tether and chalk, found the center of this board and the length we wanted to, and then circumscribe. Is that what the word is? I made a circle. Now let's go to our trusty shed and let's find a tool to do this job. Circular saw, go! Alright, halfway there, and that rain is just about to come. We got our circle. We need to sand it, you know, smooth. But this right here. Glue is going to be at the first line of defense, but obviously not. So we have to address this. Went ahead and tied it and just refilled all these little holes, all these little gaps with more glue. Rain's coming. It's going to be another waiting day. Gotta let it glue. Gotta let it harden. Gonna come back who knows when. Wish me luck. So, this is the point where I go ahead and explain that. Am I zoomed in? I'm not a how-to channel, and I'm not educational by any means. I'm a guy trying to build stuff with little to no knowledge. But as I find myself building these projects and it taking longer and longer, and it being very much a DIY thing, I realize how much it very much is a DIY thing. I don't have a place to do these things in. I'm very much subject to the elements, so if it's raining, I can't work. If it's too hot, I burn out. And if I don't have the right equipment, then I don't have the right equipment. But I want to continue working on this. I know my girlfriend didn't ask for it. I know at this point it's going to take over more than a month. And I'm tired and I'm exhausted and I've run into so many complications. But I think I can give her a great gift. I think she'll love it. At the end of the day, this is all going to be worth it. And we're just going to have to power through, keep going, even if we run into more problems, and just yeah, just keep going. So let's keep trudging on. A little smoky outside. Alright, next day. We have had a stormy night, but I covered the wood this time. And all we need to do now, I say all we need to do, but I'm sure we'll counter some other stuff. But, oh shit. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and take off these clamps that I have here. Remove the wood, hopefully it's all stable. And I glued both sides over the last day, and hopefully they're sturdy and strong and ready to go. Oh boy, I think it's stuck. Got it. Alright, well, I lost the key to the shed, so I can't get the tools. So I went ahead and left it out there sitting with some glue, but I'm gonna keep looking for the key. If I don't find it, then I'm gonna have to be back tomorrow. It took me a whole day, but I finally found the key. Shed's open, not right now, but I got the tool that I needed, and we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go ahead and sand. In the meantime, I've been gluing the thing together so there's no gaps in the wood. But enough about that, let's do this. Alright, check it out. Nice, smooth, clean, way better than it looked before. Gotta do the other side, but once we do that, I think we call it a day for this, and then we'll come back tomorrow with some stain. Because today took too long with nothing to show for it. Sha! Just giving it a little brooming. I was gonna hold off on staining, but this is already taking way too long, and I don't see why I shouldn't. So let's go ahead and stain this thing. Alright, look at that shit. Gotta get the sides, but that looks nice. I like this color. So I was thinking of putting a layer of resin, but to give it the look of like a glass sitting on top. Also to help even out any imperfections that I have as far as it being level and all that stuff. But it's not something that I think my girlfriend would like. After trying to have a conversation, a very sneaky conversation as to what she would like, it ended up being something that I don't think she would like in the end. So I can't rely on that, and so I'm gonna have to sand it really smooth. I'm gonna have to fill in any gaps that it has so I can look the best that it can, and that's what we're using today for. Alright, it's been a long day, but this is what we got. I went ahead and applied the resin. Now we have a nice glossy shimmery surface all across here, and hopefully it seeped in to all the cracks and crevices and really pulled everything together. It's been a very long day, and honestly this video has taken way too long. I'm just hoping that this video is entertaining somewhat and that you guys are learning along with me and, you know, are excited to see the finished product, because I'm excited, and hopefully my girlfriend is too, and hopefully she'll be excited to have it, and it'll be fun. Morning of the last day. Look at this. Nice, glossy finish. Looks wet, which is one of the things that I always like about this, but dry. Go ahead and take this off. And then decide whether we want 3 legs on this or 4. Alright, so this is what separates me from an actual woodworker, is that I have zero patience. So what we have here, we're just going to go for it. We're going to put on a couple braces on the back just to give it support, and then we're gonna add the legs, and then hopefully we'll have a finished table by then. I still need to add wax on the other side, and then I need to coat it. I need to actually give it some protective finish, which at the moment it doesn't have. Alright, so this is our wax of choice. SC Johnson's Paste Wax. Boom, boom. Let's make this work. Yabba! Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and put in a few coats of beeswax on top of my table. I just finished letting dry the stain that I had added. Now I'm gonna add beeswax to it and give it a nice smooth buff, and then see if I can find some adhesive lacquer and finish up this table. Alright, we're gonna let the wax dry a bit, and then after a few hours, once it's really set in, we're gonna go ahead and buff it shiny. So in the meantime, it's just drying off, really setting into the wood, then we can go back at it. Alright, I don't know if you can see the difference, but this is just with the wax applied. It's very matte. If you move over here, here's where I've hand buffed it with my trusty rag. I don't know, I'm not a huge fan of the shininess, but it definitely looks more protected, and it does feel more protected. So that's how we're gonna go, and I think we'll be done after this. Alright, so it's done. I'm really happy with the way it came out. I think once I applied the beeswax, it looked really great. I think overall the luster of the material really stands out, and I learned something new. I can't wait to show it to my girlfriend, see if she likes it or not. I don't know, we'll find out. Hey guys, so it's nearing Christmas, so I figured that since it took so long for me to make this table, I might as well give it to her as a Christmas present. Let me show you, I got it ready. Here's the beautiful table. We got some gifts, and there's some more under the tree, but you know, you got it ready for her. So I have to wait until then, but wish me luck. I hope she likes it, and I'll update you guys on how it goes. Until next time, you guys have a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's, have a good rest of your 2022, and thanks for joining me on this stupid adventure. Till next time.